area,
Yeah.
and I wanted to support a team of children or something like that for McDonald's, then their uniforms would basically say McDonald's. It would be
Yes.
basically Team McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I would select those children from the different schools or however many signs up for the sport.
Hmm. Because there were some teams, like there was a corn team. Corn is actually was a Cornelio.
Right.
Wasn't exactly corn, but Cornelio sponsored that team. How much better would it have been if McDonald's or Jollibee or other corporations sponsored them, and that would actually be informal advertisement having their names on the jerseys.
Right. When you start at the children level, if you break down your ages from 10 years and below, those basically could be business teams.
Yeah,
So, for example, like Shopwise or something like that, if Shopwise wanted to sponsor a team, on their uniforms it would basically be Team Shopwise.
yeah.
Or if it was FBM Construction, it'd be the same thing, Team FBM Construction.
Siguro pag-organisa pa lang, when you start organizing the tournament, maybe we could give pointers to those who want to put up teams. We could point them in the right direction, who to talk to, businesses who may be receptive, baka mga negosyo na gusto nilang mag-sponsor ng teams, na kasi napakagandang idea, David, children wearing your business.
Why
So
not?
yeah, and napakagandang promotion para sa negosyo mo, especially sa tournament na ganon, which actually took about 2 to 3 months. Every Saturday and Sunday, that field was filled up with the people watching. Like the eyes of Antipolo, nakafocus dun sa baseball na yun, 2 days in a week. So, siguro magandang bagay nga yun na yung mga negosyo mag-sponsor ng teams dahil yung komunidad, the community, all eyes are focused on that baseball 2 days every week.
Yeah, because on Saturday and Sunday, it's like an average person. You have to also think on the lower side of it and also on the higher side of it. For myself, if I was working Monday through Friday, it'd be very hard for me to do training or games during the week. So to make it easy and accommodatable, why not on Saturday and Sunday when the whole family is basically off and that is their time? Instead of sitting at home, being couch potato, they could be out
Yeah.
enjoying themselves.
Yeah, which is actually what happened. Yun nga nangyari na doon sa tournament na nakaraan, dalawa tatlong buwan na tumakbo, Sabado Linggo naglalaro, mula bata, starting from kids 6 to 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, hanggang doon sa mga tatay at mga nanay na nag-cheer, and yung mga tatay naglalaro naman sa softball, yung iba nanonood.
And it's just like also with, for example, like DSWD. It's the same way with that organization. If they had a group of children or whatever the case may be, they could have their own team also. So it could be like Team DSWD or whatever they wanted to name them.
Yeah.
The point is, you're giving the opportunity of children to show their skills and their talents that they may not have the opportunity to do anything else.
At saka isa pang maganda, David, after the tournament competition within Antipolo, pagkatapos ng labanan ng mga players sa Antipolo mismo, alam ko na lumabas kayo, di ba? Kasama ka dun sa competition naman sa Philippine Series. Kumusta naman ito? What happened there? How did the teams from Antipolo fare?
The team from Antipolo within the national level, between the ages of 10, 11, and 12, actually within a 2-year span, they went from 9th place to 6th place, and then this year they went to 2nd place. So that tells you the importance of a continuous ladder for growth within the sport. It's kind of like, for example, you can't take a player that is that age and he plays for 1 or 2 years, and then the 2nd or 3rd year he doesn't play anymore. So within his skill development, he has a loss.
So, ganun ka-importante yung taon-taon, may tournament silang lalaruan, at saka isang buong taon, bukas yung baseball field, softball field na pinaglalaruan nila.
Yeah, the priority right now for the city, in my own personal perspective, would basically be a decent standard field, safe field, not a dangerous field for children to play on. If they have that, not only will it help them as a community to improve within the sport, but it'll also give the opportunity for the surrounding area players to play on a field also that may not have it.
You mentioned yung field na yun, David, kasi hindi ganun kadali yun na humanap ng ganun. How will somebody, let's say tayong dalawa, how will we convince the the sangguniang panlunsod, yung mga gumagawa ng batas sa Antipolo. Basically, sangguniang panlunsod, they decide where to put the money.
Right, right.
So, paano natin kukumbinsihan, let's say, sangguniang panlunsod and the mayor to invest in something like this?
Well, it's one of those issues where you have to sit back and you have to say to yourself, how do I help these street children that are on the street? How do I do that? Do I continue and just let them continue doing whatever they're doing? Or do I invest in them in a positive way or a positive manner by allowing them a decent place to show their talents and their skills that may be able to get them out of the streets that's leading them out there?
So, ang palagay mo, David, hindi pwede yung kamukha na ginagawa lang ng iba, ng feeding program tayo dyan, di ba? Papakain natin sila or medical mission tayo. For these kids, there has to be more. And you're saying na this more involves siguro maghahanda tayo ng field kung saan pwede silang mag-compete, kung saan sila pwede magkaroon ng aspirations para sa sarili nila and for their future.
Right. Right. If you, like, for example, what is children? When you see children, regardless of where they are, what are they doing? They're basically using their self-energy within themselves to be children, which is playing anywhere they want to be. So would you rather have them playing in the street, take the chance of getting run over by a car, tricycle, motorbike, whatever, or would you rather have a decent field for them to go and they basically use up all of their self-energy, then at nighttime they're no longer in the street?
And what's worse is most of these children, if they don't have kung wala silang lugar para maglalaro sila, they don't even play in the streets. They wind up as children in conflict with the law. Street children, they do a lot of harmful things, sniff rugby. So ganun ka-importante yung magkikreate tayo ng venue kung saan yung mga enerhiya nila ay mai-channel constructively.
Right. For example, if you look at in Tondo, what they did with Smoky Mountain, that's a positive outlook also for other areas of other communities that are basically fighting them within themselves and having a hard time. How do they deal with street children? That's a prime example of positivity. And now look at where it's gotten them. Now look at how many of that within its own community that has taken how many children off of the street.
Yeah, and their field is actually not limited to baseball. I think it's convertible to football also.
So that's why I'm saying the importance of a field is accommodatable for just about not only baseball and softball, but it could be soccer, it could be football, it could be volleyball, it could be basketball. The long-term perspective is any sport that is thought of or brought about outside where children are 90% of the time, that gives them a safe place to play without the negativity that they could find somewhere else.
Assuming without admitting, kunyari, halimbawa, isipin lang natin na meron ka ng lugar dun sa Antipolo. Actually, may nakita na tayo, pero hindi natin pwede sabihin na kung saan. Ano ilalagay mo? What would you put in here? Because obviously, you can't just put baseball there because that would not be self-sustaining.
Right.
So, ano-ano ang ilalagay mo dito sa field na to na para may balik naman sa city government na kasi hindi naman pwedeng, David, they can't just invest millions there and then nothing comes back. What would you do so that it would be a self-sustaining thing?
Well, if you look at the history in other areas, like Tarlac, for example, they wasted a lot of money building up their sports development outside, but the reality is many tourists or even local populace, it's so far it cannot really accommodate them. So in Antipolo, it's a prime location. It would bring in a income for the city, and then the income for the city would in turn could basically be recycled back into the field costs or the field expenses or whatever the cost, whatever it basically may be. So basically all you're really trying to do is recycle your expenditures just like you would plastic bottles and other materials.
David, paano siguro yung pinag-usapan natin alam ko nito, pero paano magre-recycle ng income? Paano babalik? Paano yung field na to? Paano kikita ang syudad from a field like this? Meron bang mga baseball teams abroad na let's say winter sa Japan or winter sa Korea, yung mga teams ba to, would they consider na magpupunta